All right, welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna do a little bit of an instructional video on how to install wheel lights. Obviously going to be a little different per vehicle. We're gonna do them on a GMC 1500, which the front end of these is a little bit harder than most vehicles are, as there's not a whole lot of dust shield, but outside of that, it should be pretty good across the board as a how-to. So obviously your first step in doing wheel lights is going to be taking the wheel off. These have case lug nuts. I hate them. Fords have them. I replace them with steel the second I get a chance to. But first step's taking the wheel off. So we're gonna do that. All right, next step is gonna be mocking this up to figure out which tabs need to come off. If you're working with 10 rows or 20 rows or 8 rows, it's gonna be which tabs need to get cut off. You do not wanna mess this up on one that you cannot reinstall them, so be very careful doing that. The easiest way to do it is gonna be to mock it up where you'd like it. We know from the other side that this is about the area of where we want it. It is as centered as it can be. We know we're gonna reverse mount it. We have this wire where it can easily attach to something and not touch the wheel. So we're gonna take this off. Easiest way to get these on is only having 3 tabs on. So we're gonna get this one off and this one off. We'll be able to slip it over, but these 2 need removed, and that's the next step. So next step is gonna be putting the ring over top. This might take a couple tries, but this one we have found is the easiest to just go right here, and you can slip it down and start to rotate. That is now over the brakes. So next step of the video is going to be reinstalling the 4th tab that we took off. If you have room to do 4, do 4. If you have room to do 3, do 3, but never do less than 3. So I'm now going to reinstall this last tab that I'd like to use to mount these lights. Last part of that is 3 brackets are required. Do not ever use less than 3 as they come with 5, 20 rows. We like to use 4 if they come with 6. I'm gonna get this bolted on now. All right, so next step is gonna be confirming where you had mocked up with the brackets removed. We know we have the wire on this left side to connect to the brake line, and we have this relatively centered, as that's one thing that you need to pay super attention to, especially if you're running a 17.5-inch wheel light with a 20-inch wheel like this customer is. As I said, we're gonna reverse mount these so they're farther back in the wheel, not exactly right in the center of it, as these are a tight fit on a 20-inch wheel. All right, so the next part of this is going to be either drilling the holes for either installing nuts and bolts or rivets. We typically use 5/32 by 1/4 steel large flange rivets, unless we are working with 20 rows. They're a little too heavy to feel comfortable using rivets. I've already drilled this hole and installed this rivet to keep the other 3 in place. However, this next one, I'll show you guys how to drill and install a rivet. Final step of installing the actual light itself is going to be installing these rivets. I've already done the bottom 4, but I'm gonna do these top 2 now. We try to get minimum, I guess if you're doing nuts and bolts, you can do 1 to 2, or one bolt and lock nut per tab. If you're doing rivets, try to get as many in as you can without being dramatic about it. I've put 2 in the bottom 2, and I'm going to get 1 in each of the top ones. So these lights only come with a couple inches of wire on them. Obviously, we've explained that you should keep it somewhere you can secure it out of the way, especially the 20-inch wheel, so it doesn't get caught in anything. But next step is going to be obviously attaching the rest of your wire lead, as well as running that wherever you please. But next step will be attaching this to the light and running it safely out of the way. So each extension they come with is 10 feet. I feel as if the easiest way to run the wire, the driver's side we ran just straight up the frame toward the module. The module in this truck is going to be on the passenger side. So we wanted to keep as much wiring as possible on the passenger side. Front goes directly up, rear passenger goes directly forward. And then this one, we feel the easiest way is to use the brake lines that already go across the truck. So this one, I will end up using the brake line that goes all the way across. it will get attached to the same zip tie mounts that we used on the other side, and it will go forward as well to the module. Now the rear wheel light's all installed and very, very stable, and the wire lead is secured. You can now put your wheel back on. I'm going to run that wire after all this is done, but running the wire doesn't seem to be the tricky part. The tricky part seems to be the tips and tricks of getting the actual wheel light on the vehicle properly. So we're not gonna do a full breakdown of how to do the front, but a couple of the tips and tricks I figured I'd go over. I've already got this one over the caliper and rotor. You'll typically only use 3 on the front, especially on this. This is one of the harder trucks to install, with probably the newer GMC like 2500s being one of the other harder ones. We just did a set a couple weeks ago. I have 3 brackets on this, but they are not consecutive brackets. I have one top dead center, one just above the steering arm, and then I have one on the bottom corner that I'm gonna be able to get in. Taking as many off as you can or bending them out of the way is the easiest way to get them over and kind of figure out where you want them. Obviously, same process as the rear, where the caliper is, brackets cannot be, whether that be cutting them off, bending them, taking them off in this situation. You want your wires in the same place, et cetera, et cetera. More or less, it is the same as the rear, just a little bit harder because you have to make sure you line up exactly where the shield is. Newer Fords are super easy. They have plenty of dust shield to be able to put a wheel light on. It kind of seems that the newer GMCs and Chevys do not. However, we can still get them on there. All right, so obviously once everything is secured and in place, the last step is installing the module itself. This will vary different brands. Our brand comes with these. We are all plug and play. We don't make you build your own rings. But these will connect to positive and negative. You'll have an app, you'll have the RF remote. The RF remote pairing directions, I will also post literally right here. We'll hold them in my hand. They will be on the screen. They're a little tricky to pair. A lot of our rock lights come with a key fob. That is not an option for wheel lights. They are 2-zone. But final step is pretty much securing the positive and negative to your battery. There will be a minor draw, but there will not be enough draw to ever kill your battery. My white truck sits for months on end without starting. I have wheel lights on it. It does not kill my battery. That and making sure your wires are clean, tucked, zip tied up. These are how we have these ran through for the time being. I'm obviously going to secure these better, but they run down and back. I will have a third one coming through here as well. It is zip tied against a factory harness all the way down this fender liner. When you're doing them with the fender liners out for rock lights, it's significantly easier. This one I was able to just get behind it and get the job done. But all of this should get tucked somewhere in this vicinity back here. There will not be a whole lot of extra wire with wheel lights as there's only 4 lights. But the end all be all is that should be a pretty descriptive explanation on how to install all these. Obviously, if you guys have any questions, drop a comment, contact us, whatever the easiest way is. But we're more than happy to answer any questions about how to do any of this. All right, so that about wraps up the install on this thing. If there's any more tips or tricks you guys need, drop a comment, DM us, contact us in any way. We'll be more than willing to help you. But that wraps it up. Like, comment, subscribe, and don't share this, or do. I would love to be able to afford to powder coat my hitch. That'd be pretty cool.